Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Final Fantasy XVI. This is video 24. Hope you all enjoyed last night's video, and we're going to be continuing more as we head more into the main mission now. We did level up to level 28 in last night's stream, so we'll see how far we get in today's, but we got this area to cover to get back over here, which is where we're trying to get to. We did run up this way from when we were checking out this area last night. But we can't go back this way because they kicked us out of town, and now we're going to explore as we go. So
this pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Yeah, that's still fine. Whoever or whatever lurks here, who cares? Ooh, okay. This looks like some interesting people to encounter.
You'll see more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
All right. It looks like you can go two ways. So let's take the thin path first and then come back to the more open path afterwards. These enemies? Yep, they're enemies. Alright. Again, we can continue to the right, or we can come back to the left and choose to come back this other way. Oh, look at that. There's some enemies down here to fight. Oh. Yeah, that's another way around that, too.
More of my mother's men.
Alright, 75 experience. Okay. I'll take it. Okay. Don't want that thing exploding on us now. Come on. Alright. 30 experience. What is this? Is that a treasure chest of some kind? Alright, is there any other enemies over here? I think we defeated all those enemies over there. Alright. Well, we've defeated the enemies on both sides, so let's go ahead and make our way back to over in this area and check both sides of that. Alright, that was coming down here on the bottom first, and then we'll check the top part after that. We'll come back, check the top part. Seems like there's more fights on the bottom anyway. Alright. Well, this time it was the top that had more fights. Huh. Interesting, okay. Seems like, is it a good balance, I guess? Okay. Treasure chests. That was quite a bit of generosity there. Okay, cool. This is very beautiful, structure-wise, but imagine walking through this though, and you don't know what it is. That would be pretty scary. Leave you alarmed more than anything, I would think. What does Lost Plume mean? I'm kind of curious. Let me go back to that real quick. And then we'll go forward from here. Because obviously Amber was the town we were in last night. We got kicked out of. I don't know if Lost Plume is like just a person, or is that like a sign to look at, or is it a town? What is it? I didn't think to check that when we were up here. Right on top of it right here. So I'm not sure what it could be, honestly. Okay. Well, let's continue down then. We fought everything in the area. Let's move forward. Alright. Just follow this path till we get down to the quest area. More black shields. Okay. And they got a couple dragons too. Not really a threat though. Being level 24, I'm level 28, like 4 levels above them, so they won't be as much of a threat. And we've already beaten plenty of these kinds of dragons anyway. Go ahead, try to attack me again. See what happens. All right, 75 experience. Nice. All right. We killed everything in the area, just about. I don't see anything over here. See if there's anything over here. Nothing. Nothing to pick up. Alright, so we just move on. There's a pickup down here, though. Alright, quest destination nearby. Cross the bridge, right? Oh. Oh, let's get this pickup and fight these enemies first. Of course, I'd be looking for a fight, though, you know? So. Alright.
Blood.
Well.
Clive.
It's still wet.
That's great. Something's up there.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
Do you not see who I am? You know nothing.
I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria.
You guys don't stand a chance. None. None at all. Not even your captain. I just kicked you in the nuts. Oh, they got a healer, huh? Okay. Hold up. No, take out the healer. Come here, little black mage. Or no, not even black mage. White mage for the group. He ain't gonna heal no more. Bye-bye. You guys destroy stuff, and then you guys just want to come in and make everybody bow to your will? I don't think so. Mm-mm. Yeah, bye-bye. 40 experience. Alright. This crafting stuff, which we already know what those are.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why you? We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Alright, so we make for the docks down here. Let's save. Alright. Alright, here we go.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
Dang.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Dang. And it's like Death Forest. You know, that's wild. Terrible. Alright, we can't go to Roderick's Jump right now. Heading back up that way, so let's go towards the Hewitt Bridge, because it looks like that's where we need to be heading. Don't have any other quests because obviously everybody's dead in the village, so yeah. The only way we can go is through the gates. Trying to see if there's any pickups though that we can get on our way out. I'm glad it wasn't Gav though, because after Sid's death, you know, Gav's death would have been even more horrible.
We're approaching Hewitt Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Alright, let's save again. Alright. And we'll start from the right and work our way up and then work our way back until everything's dead in the area. I really love these bluebirds. They're so beautiful. These other chocobos, they made them look ugly for whatever reason. I don't know. Like, even the gold chocobos would have been nice, or the yellow ones, but like, these ones look like they're all muddy and brown and stuff like that, and nobody wants them. But the blue ones, oh my gosh, the blue ones are beautiful. Alright. So before we do that, let's make sure we check the rest of the area for any pickups or... There we go. Yep. Or enemies to fight. Alright. Alright, I think we cleared them all out. There's no pickups, so let's go back up to the bridge. This area is really small. Character does run pretty quick though, which is good, so. Alright, let's talk to this guy, see what he has.
Happened to come by way of Oldville to do. Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hush, no. You didn't hear nothing.
That's sad. Didn't hear nothing. Girl's traumatized, man. Like, at least let her have feelings. Shit. She did hear stuff, and she wanted you to know that she heard stuff because she's concerned. If you're any kind of parent, you know, the truth, even though the truth can sometimes hurt little children, especially. It's even more if they learn out another way.
They refuse us passage back to our homes.
We won't survive another night.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed. Be gone.
I'm gonna swing my sword at you, but there's a gate in the way.
How am I to sell my wares if they won't let us into the camp?
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
The Empire would have us live in the Deadlands.
Hey, man. This is a tragedy.
I'm hungry.
Kicked out of their homes and then barred from going back. Like, what is wrong with this picture? What the hell are they doing?
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
Damn. Alright, it's time for us to go take care of some business. Alright, 60 experience, nice. Yeah, I do. You're right. Okay, let's go make sure that nothing up here. Probably not. That's where the thing started, so it's not really much to look at. Silken strand. Alright, let's stick to the right. And then we'll work our way back around. Yeah. Let's start with the right and work our way back around.
What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Alright, 60 experience. Nice. Is this like the wall right here? Yeah. So I'm not going to go all the way down to that. That doesn't make sense.
That's the main gate. And it looks like the only other one's hoping to get in.
And that's okay. We're still going to find a way in. Probably have to use this boat, if I had to guess. If they won't let us in, you know. Alright, so instead of going down to the point, we'll come back up this way. And check out what's over here. See if there's any fights that we can get. Alright, nothing here. Alright. I don't know how we missed these. Go back across the way in a minute. Probably because we started with the beach. That's probably it. Alright. Work our way back over here.
We should stop with the main gate. See what that gets us.
We will, but I want to see if there's any enemies up here first. I don't want to skip over anything. Alright. Well, I think we've covered just about everything. So, let's go ahead and down to the quest point. Alright, here we go. Before we do that, save again. Here we go.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Voice-rinsed dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Oh, good enough, Frankie!
Bandits bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stall! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Like I said, that boat on the side. It's called a port for a reason.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. But Lazarus... We'll find our way into the city there.
Okay.
If you're sure. And the entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
No. Why would it be?
As long as it is abandoned.
Alright, black light burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
I doubt it. If they did, they are looking for Clive's brother and found him. Because the mother could control him. Or something. Or found a way to control him. Which does happen. Alright. Enter the Lazarus District.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Alright. Explore the town and see what's in here before we move on. Can't go that way. Anything there? No? I don't want to just go through that gate.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Oh, okay. You guys want to fight? Well, fight is what you'll get then. It's not like we're trying to fight. You guys are forcing the issues.
Nice try.
Hey, you guys are nothing. I'm gonna slay all of you. Enemies bested. Yeah. 60 experience. Okay. And we got a gill bug and still silk for that.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
Where were you guys when all those other guys showed up, though? Like... didn't get to finish exploring the area either.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son?
So Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Alright. And I think that's where he went in over there, so I think that was it. Yep. Okay.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
You're welcome. And you're right, I could have.
Fire in our hearts is not so in the flesh. Saw him once without.
What is it you require?
What does it require? Is absolutely nothing. Well, okay, let me go ahead and reconsider here, because I need this.
Of course, my lord.
Yes, equip it. Okay. What is this? Let's see. Despite its rose-like appearance, this delicate sandstone formation found in the deserts is no rose, but instead an inexplicable but peculiar of nature, a reminder that mankind will never fully comprehend the world in which we live. It is also said to bring good luck.
As you wish, my lord.
We'll buy 10 of them.
Will that be all?
Because it seems like we do not have any of those, so. An elixir we don't need right now because, again, it's too expensive. Alright. And yes, I agree. Alright. Well, let's save here. Let's see. We'll make the start of this mission, and then we'll end the stream pretty shortly.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So wait. The bearers from Aldin have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Alright. Here we go. Okay, party members. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Okay. We've already searched the area, so we know there's not going to... not much to go off of as far as enemies, unless they re-put them out.
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Alright. We're gonna head up here, get this thing started. Oh, well, so what? The Black Shields are gonna be defeated.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Huh. Guys, little bitches.
What is it now? I told you.
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us
Yes,
that a
we
pair
do.
of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog,
Right. That's what I said.
aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come, die along with your flame.
Do you know how many of you have already fallen?
For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Yeah, well, your little mages are gonna die, and then you will too. How about that? Man, you guys suck. You guys have no chance.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
All right. Come on. That's it? That's all y'all got?
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
It's a dragoon. You might be a good soldier or whatever, but I mean, just like all the others, you'll fall. I mean, you're an individual. You know, what do you think was going to happen? You're not no Sephiroth, I can tell you that. Especially whenever I got this.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
We finish him.
Alright, bye-bye, buddy. You're done. Alright, look at that. 210 experience. Alright. Good. Alright. Dragon Talon. Upon close inspection of the lesser dragon's foot, one may observe that the middle talon is considerably longer than the rest. This extended appendage is used to puncture the fleshy parts of the creature's prey, causing severe blood loss and weakening them for the kill. All these other ones, I think we've seen before. Imperial Link. Many have tendered exclamations as to how Imperial Dragoons are able to leap to such absurd heights. From the power of prayer to a strict diet of hare, toad, and crickets, but none save the knights themselves know the truth. Whatever the secret is plain, that heavy plate would only prove a hindrance. And so the Empire equips its dragons with armor forged with lighter than linen mithril. This link is part of the vest that would have been wore beneath the breastplate. And then, of course, the magic dash, Y right, sharp fang. So I think we know about all these. But yeah. All right.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We
sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord. Perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again.
But not only that.
The of the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So Wade,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
The problem is now if those people go up into the town or whatever where everybody else is at, then that could cause a lot of crazy stuff to happen. But that's to be seen here. 250 experience for finishing that.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained.
Mm-hmm.
Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone.
Right.
And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Seal obtained. You accept the burnt blade from Wade.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it.
Which I seriously doubt.
I could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
All right. Port Isolde. Rossfield Manor.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
They come. Big fight's coming.
Right to guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. He means to string us up himself.
Something.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. and for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to her serene holiness, Saint Sybil, the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sectary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ah! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. Besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is mistaken would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet.
You never tell the people them about
I let them pull my
the
strings,
life in our room
telling
and
myself
the
it was not
bathroom.
my hand that swung
Okay.
the sword.
Yeah,
but
because
another's.
today them going to start, but them not coming here suffer.
I removed
You
myself
can tell
from the
them
truth
before.
so I wouldn't
Okay.
feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
It makes sense that she wants to get rid of those monsters that she claims that she has. And then, yeah, go from there. But doesn't look like we can go anywhere else but the hideaway, so that's where we're gonna go, and then we will save there, and we'll start there at the beginning of the next stream. So stay tuned for that. Here be monsters.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom, but Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Alright, so we'll have some quests to do, because obviously there's a quest and there's a story stuff. So we'll start from here, and the next one, stay tuned for that. Let's see. Oh, we got a lot of points that we can spend. Nice. Okay. Upgrade, master. see, 15. Okay, well, let's go get these then, because we have some, because these are at least got our first ones up to those. So let's do these at first. Alright, so as you can see, we got 1,000 for each of those. Alright. Alright. So, is there any other ones that we can do here on the outside? Reset, reset. You don't want to reset. We want to. So yeah, all these abilities are all 1,000 now for each thing. So we're at 994. We can save up some points again, and then we can do some more upgrades. But that'll be all we can do for now. Let's save it here, and then we'll resume on the next stream. Thank you all for checking out this edition of Final Fantasy 16. We'll see y'all soon for more.